Welcome to this short video in the 5 Minutes of Supervision series. My name is Matthew Links and I'm the Discipline Lead in Medicine at Bond University and a medical oncologist. I'm speaking to you from the land of the Kombumerri people on the Gold Coast. And today I want to talk about creating opportunities for learning. Navigating a clinical placement is difficult. Learners need a guide. And to create lifelong learners, the goal is to help students self-direct their learning effectively. It's a bit like being a tourist guide. You can't experience it for them, but you can certainly help them make the most of the trip. The goal is to empower them to become independent travellers. Creating opportunities to learn depends on all of the characteristics of good clinical supervision. It's relational. Learners need to feel safe and welcome and able to seek out opportunities. The work you do establishing a good relationship matters. It's learner-centred. So you need to know your learners and then target opportunities to where they're at. We need to gather information about performance, so prioritising opportunities that give information on important clinical skills is critical. And this requires identifying where the feedback opportunity is. Who's going to give the feedback and how can we make that happen effectively? Remember that you're role modelling good behaviours. You can demonstrate how to approach a team member and ask them for a hand in participating in a clinical task. And remember also that you've got a big role in motivating and inspiring learners to make the most of the opportunities that are available to them. Now, we used to focus on teaching facts, 5 causes of heart failure, etc., but facts are available on your phone. Robots can find facts. Much more important in learning and practice is knowing who to ask questions of, who to get feedback from, who can solve practical problems, knowing what to focus on. The curriculum's huge and the prioritisation is the issue. Knowing why. Some things are more important than others. Why should we learn that? And learning how. How do you maximise learning and practice? What do you actually do in order to learn? And then when things happen. And finally, where to go for more information. Knowing who to learn from is a critical skill, and you can encourage your learners to maximise the people they learn from. Particularly, you can promote peer-to-peer learning, interprofessional learning, as well as maximising learning from junior staff member, and most importantly of all, patients. Setting tasks that utilise all the people available minimises the work required of any one person. Make learning a team sport. Now think carefully about what unique opportunities this term offers. Perhaps there's a lot of patients with murmurs in an interventional cardiology term. Perhaps there's a large First Nations population opportunity to learn about First Nations health. Maybe there's a professor who's a leading expert in some topic. Make the most of the opportunities. A useful strategy is also to identify what the time opportunities are. Perhaps the TAVI list is on a Tuesday and the patients with valvular heart disease come in on Mondays. Maybe the term supervisor has a bit more time on Friday because there's no clinic. Identify the time opportunities. And also think about incorporating existing team activities as opportunities. For example, maybe the team huddle happens at 0800. One key for a good activity for students to do is to ask them to do meaningful tasks. A meaningful task provides value to the patient, the team, and to the students' learning. Students often feel like they're a burden. Asking them to do something meaningful helps. You can always ask them to see a patient and present them to you, but if you ask them to do something that contributes to the team, like drafting the discharge summary, this helps. If you ask them to talk to a family and report back on their concerns, this could improve the patient's care and tell you something you don't know. If you ask them to check what the guidelines say for how long the antibiotic should be given, you might help in selecting an evidence-based treatment strategy. Everyone's busy, so getting the students to contribute to meaningful tasks is a win-win-win. Now, one way of doing this and a guide to the curriculum that focuses on key clinical tasks are lists of entrustable professional activities. And here are some lists from the AAMC in the US and the Australian equivalent AMC. And you can use these as a guide to the sorts of tasks that you can ask students to do. So to summarise, Identifying and creating opportunities are key tasks to enable self-directed learning. Connect learners to the people who will be able to help them learn. Direct learners to what opportunities are available. Identify key clinical tasks and you can be guided by EPAs. Guide learners on how to contribute meaningfully to the term and learn at the same time. And finally, customise your guidance to the learner's needs. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation and are inspired to try some new strategies to create opportunities for your students. Here are some more resources to help your learning in this area. Good luck, and may your students enjoy the guidance that you give them.